According to George C. Stowers from the University of Miami, graffiti art originated in the late 1960s and it has been developing ever since. However, it is not readily accepted as being an art like those works that are found in a gallery or a museum. It is not strictly denied the status of genuine art because of a lack of form or other basic aesthetic elements. Most of the opposition to graffiti art is due to its location and bold, unexpected, and unconventional presentation, but its presentation, and often illegal location, does not necessarily disqualify it as art. Graffiti artists want the freedom to self-express without being censored. They want to share what they believe in. Graffiti is used to provide a voice to the voiceless, essentially sending a message to the public to reveal what is wrong with society.
But for me, it's my creative juices and inspiration all coming together in one medium where I can represent all my ideas and styles and letter forms to the general public.
Oh man, creating my perspectives can be a thousand things. It's one way you definitely express the emotions and you feel of growing up in certain areas of San Diego. I grew up in LA, so I started doing most of my graffiti when I grew up in Inglewood, and most of it was just to stand out away from all the essays and the cholos, to show that you can actually grab one of those spray cans and do something dope with it instead of just going up to someone's property and scribbling on their fence.
And be able to kind of get my tagging and graffiti out there and not really want anything back for it, except for to say that I've been there and done that, and it was an adventure, it was risky, it was fun. Been painting and tagging graffiti since high school, and I graduated in 2000, but I started before then. I remember it was probably like 98. I met a guy who had some pretty interesting styles that I'd never seen before, and it changed my whole perspective on art. It's always good to have a place to go and paint that's safe and out in the open, where you don't have to feel like you gotta hike through rivers and crap and maybe bum-infested areas that are a little unsafe.
San Diego is very too friendly with it. LA is a lot friendlier with it. San Diego just looks down on it no matter what. There's some parts of San Diego that are cool with it. Like I've done some jobs, some legal jobs in Chula Vista, and because it was graffiti or done with a spray can, they made the companies that we did it for paint over it. Even though it was just like somebody else's sign, because it was done with spray paint, they considered it advertising pollution is what they worded it in the letters to the companies. And so they just hate on it no matter what down here. I've been up to other cities like San Francisco who love it. They let you paint anytime, anywhere, any spot you could think of. They're like, yeah, go for it, knock it out. As long as you got the skill to back it up.
Well, we take that money away from park and rec programs, we take it away from library hours, we take it away from fire and police. So that's money that we have to divert from other services that are really well needed to clean up neighborhoods. So, I'm not going to say it's a huge amount, it's probably $2 or $3 million a year, but that's still $2 or $3 million a year that could keep libraries open longer or keep park and rec open longer.
Graffiti developed a bad reputation in the 1990s. Gangs erupted in Los Angeles and racial tension simmered. The main gangs were Bloods, Crips, and several Latin gangs. Each gang produced its graffiti in their territory. Gang graffiti was easily noticed by the media and was spread throughout the nation, stereotyping this art form with one broad stroke of the pen, which ultimately turned an art form into a public threat.
Some of it's good. Some of the new heads though in graffiti don't really pay attention to the rules. There's a lot of rules in graffiti that a lot of people don't know about. Like no painting on someone's personal property. You shouldn't paint on something that someone has to pay out of their pocket to paint over. That is where people get their bad names. The difference between a graffiti artist and a vandal. I've been seeing a lot more vandals lately than graffiti artists. And now people try to get into it as a business too. It's just not as good as it used to be.
I guess it depends. Some of the street art that's actually commissioned by businesses, where they, have a mural drawn on the wall by street artists, I think are great. And one of the things you'll notice is that even people who are doing graffiti illegally respect those pieces of art and don't tag them. So, I thought those are great. If it's graffiti and it's on somebody's property that doesn't want it there, then I think it's pretty presumptuous of people to think that it's art, because you're literally tagging somebody's personal property.
Oh, it serves all kinds of purposes, man. This is the same art form that people want to say is wrong, illegal, but then these corporations want to make billions of dollars off of this, but say, oh no, it's illegal. I mean, you got companies like Sprite making money off of it, Jeep making money off of it, Nike, all these companies that make money off graffiti, but at the same time we're going to be like, no, it's wrong, don't do it. You can't do both. You can't say, oh, this is dope, let's make money, but then, oh no, you can't do that. Those cats, those knuckleheads, man, they look at us as just a bunch of chumps, man. Like all we do is go and just fuck shit up, and that's not how it is. And the way I look at it as an adult now is, I paint on city property, and people always go, oh, well, my taxes pay for that. So do mine, you know what I mean? So I'm painting on my portion. Some months I get a little more active and paint on somebody else's portion too, but mostly it's my portion, you know what I mean?